In April of 2015, the Wall Street Journal reported that Spotify is now worth more than the entire US recorded music industry. This was done by an external investor, providing the service with an extra $400 million. With this revelation, we really need to ask, is the internet destroying the physical music industry? The yearly profit of the US album sales, including digital album sales in 2007, was in the region of 500 million units. In 2015, the same value was less than half, at 240 million. In 2010, 47.4 million Americans attended a popular music concert at least once. In 2013, this figure rose by a mere 12 million people, rise at almost 25%. Streaming sites have risen from a $0.5 billion revenue in 2010 to $2.9 billion in 2015. That's $2.4 billion in just 5 years. Although the music industry seems to be growing, as concerts and streaming sites have risen in revenue, album sales are dwindling. The facts and figures seem to tell a certain story, a story which we feel needs to be told. In this documentary, we'll explore the potential impact the always developing internet has had on the music industry. In the 19th century, the technology we developed to listen to music in our homes has constantly evolved. Gone were the days where music was exclusive to live concert halls, performances. Now, people are able to experience this through the invention of the gramophone records, and of course radio broadcasting. Since then, these formats have become more compact, more reliable, higher quality. Now what was only available on a 12-inch record from the store can now be streamed to a mobile phone. Revenue of streamed music has increased 45%. This is helped from services such as Spotify and Apple Music, and it's caused music streaming to become one of the fastest growing sources of revenue. With the rise in new media formats comes the decline of the physical music format, and this has shown by the 4.5% revenue fall last year. For over 90 years, the music label and retailer HMV dominated our high streets, selling everything from gramophones to video games. However, in 2013, HMV was forced to enter administration. This closed over 100 stores across the country. So since then, after the acquisition of Hilco UK, HMV had 141 stores saved. This equates to around 2,500 jobs, and this caused HMV to go on and become the largest physical music retailer in the UK. So why do you collect records? What is it about records that you find appealing?
I think it's different for a lot of people, really. There was a sort of nostalgic vibe to it for a lot of people, maybe that didn't even live in the sort of record era between the sort of 1960s and 90s, but there is a vintage look about it, and using a record player that a lot of people find appealing.
Do you think you could outline some of the main differences between purchasing, owning, sound quality between records, that the physical ones that you collect, and the more digital versions you get today, so your MP3s?
Yeah, well, I mean, apart from the main difference is portability for MP3s and streaming, I think that's mainly why records and every other medium sort of died out, is that you've got smaller and more compact, you've got cassettes, CDs. A lot of people find the experience of just listening to a record, opening the sleeve and getting the record out, looking at artwork, booklets or anything that might have come with it, a lot more engaging than MP3s, just having to select a song. So a lot of people do enjoy doing that.
Have you seen a change in what people are purchasing recently?
I would say so, yeah. The vinyl research in the last 20 years has shown that vinyl sales are at the highest since the mid-90s. But it's not artists like, the Beatles or Stones or David Bowie that are the highest selling. It's stuff like Adele and Taylor Swift. So it's obviously showing a clear shift of market for vinyl records.
But now we have appeared to have reached a new level of portability. We can now use any internet-connected device to access nearly any song we desire. YouTube is now the largest video sharing site on the internet, with over 1 billion people using the website, with Google's annual revenue generated from YouTube being over $4 billion. YouTube makes its money from adverts on the page. These are usually played before the videos and sometimes throughout. Music companies and studios have now caught on to this success and have been uploading their own artists' songs to the website in order to gain money from ad revenue on the site. This move has proven to be brilliant, with songs often reaching hundreds of millions of views. If you're a world-renowned artist like Calvin Harris, it's been known for songs' viewings to even reach the billions. The app market is now jam-packed full of apps like Spotify, Pandora and Google Play Music. Spotify is an app you can download to nearly any device connected to the internet, which allows the user to stream their very own music playlists, as well as searching for any song on all of their devices. Because you use the same account for all the devices, you have the same music available for all devices. This has brought another level of portability to how we listen to our music. We are able to listen to the same music that we desire on any device we choose. The service makes its money by the users purchasing subscriptions where you pay £9.99 a month, or you can have the option to have a free subscription. However, you don't get all the same features as a subscription. Instead, you get ads played every so often. According to Statista.com, Spotify currently has 30 million subscriptions currently worldwide as of March 2016. This means that Spotify are earning around $3 billion a month from subscriptions alone. However, because of how the music business currently is, the amount of money to purchase the rights to broadcast the music means they make very little profit. Nevertheless, this still does show how a popular method of music distribution is, and that it does attract the interest of people who are willing to pay for it. So in conclusion, the music industry is an ever-evolving branch of media. The news and film industries become more developed, they improve their technology, and the basic idea has not changed. This dynamic doesn't fully apply to the music industry. Not only does its technology and distribution continue to develop, but the content is also changing. This means, whilst it is possible to predict the future of most of the media, it's exceedingly difficult to do so for music. As music gets better and continues to diversify, we the consumers can only enjoy what we enjoy and continue to listen to it, even if we don't get physical copies in the future.